Well, up at Trevejos, beautiful clear day today. It's not been quite as clear as this for a long time. And if you look at the mountains, really nice. I'm walking this the opposite way around to what we normally do. I'll have a look for figs on the way. I intended to walk the track the opposite way, but there's an interesting note. I presume it's just for traffic, but if I walk round the other way, I'll come down that road. Well, it's really a beautiful day today. Nice, fresh. Felt a bit chilly to start with, but seems to be alright now. We have the big baranco to my right, and we're going up towards the forest. I was just wondering why everything seems a bit red today. The answer is I've still got my sunglasses on. I forgot to change into my plain ones. I was using the sunglasses for driving. Anyway, today we'll be doing it in sunglasses. We're getting down to the edge of the forest now and we'll be in the shade. It's interesting, I never think about some of these paths, but you know, they just hang on to the side of the mountain and the baranco. Still, just have to be careful. Now, we're now getting to the edge of the wood forest. One of the problems is the branches knocking things like your rucksack, which you don't really think about, pushing you off the path. Anyway, we're now into the shade. I'll just pan round the view while I get my breath back a bit. I am walking uphill, as you can see, in fairly thick forest. I've come up from down there and I'm going up to the top of there. No, to the other side of there. I go halfway up that mountain. For the time being, up that hill is where we're going. Well, as you can see, we're further up the track now. It's got water runoff really this. But I'm afraid the first half of this walk is all uphill, but it's nice. Oh, behind the trees. Keeps you fit. A little bit through a track, this is where it comes out onto the open space and then climbs up, and then we go around the side of the mountain. Well, we're in the open space. Always curious about things on top of trees. There's that bit there with one or two white patches on it. Don't know what they are. This is a shortcut that people have made to cut the corner off. It climbed faster, but it's not as far. Off of the first climb, we have a more serious one to go in a minute, but that's one of the other paths that goes round, long way round. I've come up from down there, climbing steadily, and the mountain that I thought was big is now behind me, and This is the big one in front of us. I'm going to go up the edge of that, then down between the two. It's not normally walked, but we'll see what it's like today. There may be some fig trees. Nice stretch of forester's track. Not sure what colour it is. It looks reddish to me, but I suspect it's browny black. But after this little bit here, it's downhill and then climbing out to the return path, which is going to be different today. But up we go. It's always strange to find a thing like a manhole cover on the mountain track, but I suppose they bring water and supplies up here. There's a nice bit of shade. We're in the bottom. Odd walls built about. You know, it's I always wonder why this little wall gets built. I suppose it stops the soil running down. But this is everybody's favourite hill. This now climbs up to all the way up there. I don't know if you can see right up there where that pipe goes. That's where the path goes. It actually goes higher than that. So I should be going up there. And that's the baranco back down. And the path I've just come down. Well, there are lots of those up here, tracks. Going all the way, that may be why the no entry signs up the other end. They are getting worried on the Canaries now. Idiots in 4x4 cars, the posh people doing off-roading on into the forest paths, destroying the environment completely. Money will make people idiots. Well, top of the hill, and well, I've come up from down there. Most of the car tracks stopped halfway up, and they were car tracks, not lorries. The different tyre, different tread marks. They are just idiots. They are destroying the environment. The trouble is, we have quad bikes. We have people driving disabled ones that are able to walk. We have electric scooters, jeeps, safari jeeps. The Canadian government sees it as a way of encouraging tourism. They're encouraging the destruction of the environment. They really need to get their act together. Well, I'm at the turn off now. This is a path we don't normally walk. We normally go straight down there. I'm going this way. Should take me between the two mountains and down near the fig trees at the bottom. I'll have to be careful. You can probably hear, or you can probably see in the distance, there's a helicopter. I've lost him. He's actually carrying water and picking water up and dropping it, testing their ability to fight fires, forest fires. There are two of them, and he should be dropping water in a minute. Difficult to see, but they are practicing. They are. This is part that we've not walked. We normally walk around the other side of that mountain there, but it's quite pleasant here. I'm walking down towards the embalser that they're picking water up from, so it may be that we'll go a bit closer in a minute. They appear to have stopped the practices now, but that's the embalser that they were picking water up from and dropping it in. It's the one we normally walk round, but I want to be down there in that baranco in actual fact. I don't know if I can get down there. That's where the fig trees are. Interesting, this is looks like part of a cone, and that is a lava tube that comes out onto the side. You can't get to it because it's fairly high up, but interesting. Although it has been dug out further down, you can see the claw marks where they've had the diggers in. But interesting just the same. Looking down there, there are no fig trees down there, these are pines. This used to be rough ground, it's now, as you can see, being covered with vines. Close up ones there. All the way up this side. So they're slowly taking up all of the mountainside for vines. I'm now walking down the balsa on the other side, you can see over there, the slope of it down. We've got the vineyard on the side of me. Some houses up there that look derelict. Yeah, nice view if you could renovate them. All you can do is be 40 years younger. We're going that way. I presume at some time all this will be converted to vineyards, and there's a set of terraces over there that could be turned into vineyards, and that hillside behind the post. A few years time it'll all be different. There we have a nice fig tree. One of the biggest ones I've seen. Look at those figs up there. They've got to be 15 foot tall, they'd be alright. I've never seen a fig tree with so many figs on. I'm walking down towards the embalser. In the bottom there and there are fig trees, and there are also some around the corner running up the baranco at the bottom end. So we'll see what we've got around there. This is a different tree, but there are several down this baranco. Never seen so many figs. A lot have been picked, and you can see the track around the trees, but still lots on, beginning to rot now. There's still some almonds on some trees. This one's got almonds on. It's obviously a wild tree. Well, it's growing wild. It's a wild tree, there they are. Lots of almonds. I've finished looking for almonds and figs. I'm now going back. I've got quite an hour to get back. But just a quick look at the mountains before we go. And the view around that side. This is a little wonderful area, this. Really pleasant walking, not too hot, and really beautiful countryside. And Kelly's watching. A few horses to let me put this down and see if we can get the horses for you. What wouldn't you give to have a paddock like that, Kelly? Judging by the fact that they are building a new wall here, I suspect that this piece of land there all around there. Oh, in fact, they're digging up the other side as well. Is going to be converted into vineyards. I just thought I'd show you that. I didn't think when I was passing. A couple of workers with trimmers have taken all the weeds out of the edge, which means that somebody's going to be doing something with this. And another two here by the looks of it. Well, back at the start, it looks as though they are doing a lot of work on the vineyards, but the track has been dug out by people going up in cars and on 4x4s, so they're trying to stop the vandals, these people.